What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Hey, back at it again. um, but today's message I'm planning on doing is I was talking about my story, making a part two. Um, Yesterday I was talking about my bodybuilding career, and now I'm in arts. I'm an actor part time, and I'm excited about this year. I believe it's going to be a big year. That Memphis Films, and so shout out to all the directors, producers, writers, uh, my castmates, who've been putting in the work grind for over a decade in the arts. Salute to you, in film, theater, and I give you your flowers. And I'm looking forward, like I said, this year to really take it to the next level. But yeah, back to my story. Um, Prior, I was talking about my childhood, and I knew I was missing something in that message. And I remember I was 10 years old, and it was a lesson I never forget about sportsmanship and integrity. I was 10 years old, and me and some neighborhood kids, we used to play football, basketball, kickball, all that, and so we did a 3-on-3 tournament. And one of the boys named Jonathan was said something to me that I never forget. We was in a game, and one of the boys, he was, I think his name was Dante, if I can remember. He was so good. He was good handling the ball and everything. He shook me up, and he was about to pass me. And instead of me just letting him pass me, and he just got the best of me of that particular moment, I tried to trip him up. Yeah, I tried to cheat, tried to trip him up, and it could have really, truly hurted him. And everybody stopped, and then Jonathan, like everybody, like, man, Fred, what you doing? What you doing? You tripped him. And I said, he was about to pass me. And they was like, oh, Fred, come on, man. If somebody pass you, they just pass you. You don't trip them up. That's cheating. You don't do that. If somebody pass you, they pass you. And ever since then, ladies and gentlemen, number one, I hate to lose. I'm very, very competitive. I hate to lose. But I can take an L. I can take an L. I took a lot of L's in my life. Short term. But I always won the war. I lost a lot of battles, but I won the war. Okay. And it was a lesson I learned that about sportsmanship and about integrity. When he said that, I said, from here on out, I'll never cheat in a fair competition again in my life. I never will. I don't want this feeling again, this shame, this. I don't like this. I don't like this feeling. I don't like to lose either. So I'm going to have to work 10 times as harder to beat out my competition in a fair competition. Not something's rigged and then you bragging about, oh, I'm how you won some, and you got 30 people going against one person. How you winning? 50 people, 100 people against one person. Let's make it fair. Let's make it even. Then you brag if you win. But you bragging, and it ain't no even playing field. That's a joke. Yeah. But the thing is what I'm saying, ladies and gentlemen, is when that happened, I said I have to work 100 times harder than my competitors if I'm going to compete out here in this world. And that's what made me want to accomplish more and more and more and more, regardless what other people think. I've earned every single trophy. I've earned every single honor. I've earned everything. Nothing was given to me. Nothing. Go back to my prior videos, I've been grinding since I was 12. You know, and people who's been grinding that long or earlier can relate to what I'm saying. You know, I one-handed nothing. So, I believe from 10, and also I wanted to bring up as well about people calling folks lames. How you gonna call somebody lame and you don't know their life story and you think you do? You know, I grew up in a middle class neighborhood, but also I experienced South Memphis at its finest. Anybody from Memphis know what South Memphis is about? Over there on, what's it, Florida and South Parkway. Yeah, my auntie used to stay over there, and she used to babysit us. And every time I went over a house, one episode I almost drowned when I went over a house, the community pool. Second time, I got jumped as a kid because the neighborhood kids didn't know who I was. I got jumped by a pack of hyenas, and I thought they was all right. I thought they was cool. Found out they weren't cool. They was not cool people. And they pretend like they was cool, but they were hyenas. So that made me realize everybody ain't my friend. For those who thought I was slow or a robot, and I have no common sense, there's no brain in my body whatsoever. Everybody's not my friend. I said, okay. At the same time, I can't punch somebody's face out because they disrespect me. So I had to learn to use this more. You know, which is missing in society this day and time. You know, in some people, not everybody, but some people. And I ain't got to just jump once. I got to jump twice. These kids didn't know who I was from a can of paint. They didn't know who I was. Didn't care. You ain't from here. We don't like you. We're going to jump you. A bunch of hyenas. And you wonder why you end up dead. Oh, I'm sorry. Unlived. You know, before the age of 20. And I'm supposed to go to your funeral and feel sorry for you and all that, and you being a menace to society. Jump at people who ain't did nothing to you because they a new face. Or they make you feel some kind of way, so I'm gonna attack you because I don't like how the way you make me feel. I ain't disrespect you, but I don't like how the way you make me feel. Get that to make sense. I know. So I learned another side of life on my regular life. So I've been trained on both sides, high class, middle class, and low class. So don't let the suits fool you. I'm not fake. This is who I really am. Yes, I have my quiet side, but I also have my time when I need to speak up. I have a balance. Everything doesn't deserve a response. Some things do, some things don't. I don't have time for unnecessary foolishness. And you're going to believe what you want to believe anyway. Regardless of what I say. And show you in evidence. So, you know, I just want to come on and just talk about that as well. You know, just be careful out there. You know, this day and time. You know, it's cold out here. January. I'm in the South. Of course, you know, you see Memphis, Tennessee, and it's 30 degrees here. You know, there's nothing compared to up north. I salute y'all up north. That's a whole different ball game. You know, when I was 24 years old, I went to Minnesota, the Twin Cities, Mall of America. Loved it. To visit a friend, and that's a whole nother ball game. I think it was like -5 when I got off that bus, and I never experienced nothing like that in my life. You know, that was interesting. That was a whole different level of cold. But in the South, 30 degrees, it feels like -5. You know, and so I just wanted to tell you guys that you know, if you ever in a competition with anybody, or if it's a legit competition, now I know secret competition, because that ain't no competition. The other person don't even know you going up against them. How you gonna brag about somebody don't even know you going up against them? That's not that's a coward. That's not a competition. A competition is when me and you both know we're going against each other and let the best man or the best woman win. That's a competition. Not doing something behind somebody's back and then brag about I beat you. Really? When we was in a competition, when you was gonna tell me? Because you know you can't win straight up. You know I ain't nothing to be played with. If I lose fair and square. I hate to lose, but I can take an L. I can take it under the chin. But can you? See, I win fair and square. If I lose fair and square. I hate to lose, but I can lose. And I just have to go back to the drawing board and see where I messed up at. And hopefully next time we compete against each other, I could get the W. That's how you do that. You don't do coward stuff and then brag about it. That's nothing to brag about. You know. But common sense is not common no more. You know. Yeah. But that's all I want to say on this video today. Is everybody, you know, stay prayed up. And also I wanted to talk about the California wildfires. My heart and prayers goes out to the families. I can't even imagine how if everything was just burnt down, everything was just lost in one day. I can't even imagine that. You know, I really have true deep sympathy for those families out there, and you know, we gotta stay prayed up out here, because it can happen to anybody. Nobody's exempt this day and time. You know, nobody's exempt from any kind of big tragedies. So, but you know, I will, you know, stay tuned. I'll keep you guys updated on my next video. So, thanks for listening.